Uber and Lyft could come down to just how many voters feel passionately enough about Proposition 1 to show up at the ballot box. More than 36,000 people cast ballots in the first 7 days of early voting. That is just slightly behind the pace of early voting in the March presidential primaries. And our Chris Sadeghi joins us now with more on how the turnout could affect the outcome. Chris?
Well, not surprisingly, each side gave us reasons why they think a high voter turnout will benefit them. But both also acknowledged a high voter turnout in May is unfamiliar territory. This might be breaking news for some. There are elections held in May.
I have wasted the majority of my professional life trying to get people to vote in May elections in the city of Austin.
Traditionally in May elections, as you remember, only the downtown zip codes were voting.
2016 is different, though, thanks to people like John Johnston. So you did plan to vote?
Oh, yeah.
You vote in every election?
Not every election.
In Austin.
At a rally for Prop 1, Councilman Don Zimmerman says high voter turnout means the establishment has opposition in the form of younger demographics coupled with the tech industry who want to save Uber and Lyft.
It's good for the prospects for Prop 1 if we have a higher vote turnout. I think that does help.
Of course, the other side disagrees.
The more people that vote, the better for us.
Mark Littlefield is a volunteer for Our City, Our Safety, Our Choice, and he says the millions of dollars spent on ads by Uber and Lyft supporters could push people to the polls, but for the opposite reason.
Sharing drivers should
I think that what they've done is they've caused a lot of collateral damage of having people being turned off to their efforts.
We won't know for sure until the ballot box is emptied, and they'll be a little heavier this May.
Everything that I say, everything that I predict or the other side predicts, it's really kind of guesswork right now.
Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, there are already some other companies getting ready to fill the need if indeed Lyft and Uber do leave town. We will tell you who and how coming up in an hour.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. And the ballot language on this one can be confusing. So to clarify, voting for Proposition 1 means standard background checks for these drivers will continue, not including fingerprinting. If you vote against, drivers will be required to go through fingerprint background checks. And we wondered how the voter turnout has been so far compared to the number of people who signed the petition to force the election. Here's what we found. Ride-sharing supporters say they gathered more than 65,000 signatures. And as we told you so far, more than 36,000 people have cast ballots in this election.